The news comes on the same day that Vice President Joe Biden made a stop in Grand Rapids. Biden visited a company that he says is an example of how companies can succeed while keeping jobs in the United States.
You all here at American Seating never turned back. You never outsourced. You never left. You never abandoned.
The Vice President toured the American Seating factory this morning in his second visit to Grand Rapids in 3 months. And 24-hour News 8 political reporter Rick Albin was with the Vice President, then headed off to Lansing for more political business. He joins us live there with more on his one-on-one interview with Joe Biden. Rick?
Before we headed off to Lansing, we did talk with the Vice President, and he was in Grand Rapids today delivering a very optimistic assessment of the economic recovery. Now, he pointed out he does not believe it is enough. He still understands there are far too many people unemployed, but he does think that there is some forward movement. In other words, he believes that the economy is going in the right direction. And I asked him a little bit about some of the jobs that are coming back, because it wasn't so long ago that many politicians were saying those jobs were gone forever. This is what he had to say. Mr. Vice President, in 2008, there were a lot of people, including politicians of your party and the Republican Party, saying that manufacturing jobs were going away and they weren't coming back. Today, you talked with great optimism about manufacturing jobs and why we ought to be focusing on them. What changed?
Change was actually nothing fundamental changed. It's just the attitude of American business started to change, and we started to think positively again. Where is it written that says we can't lead the world in manufacturing? So what's happened of late is, as a consequence of wages going up in China and other places, cost of doing business, total cost of doing business, transportation cost, the sanctity of your intellectual property, the concern about it being stolen, the ability to have the most productive workers. And the bottom line is, you have big companies like Ford and DuPont and a whole range of companies we met with who are insourcing jobs now because it is more efficient and on balance cheaper and more effective to do the job here in the United States.
You're going to want to hear what the Vice President had to say about Michigan in particular. I'm here in Lansing today. I've been talking with the Senate Majority Leader. He has a pretty optimistic assessment of Michigan and the way jobs could be coming back to the state. The Vice President shares that view. We're going to talk about that tonight at 6 o'clock, and coming up tonight at 5:30, some more news out of Lansing that could have a big economic impact on part of our viewing area. That's straight ahead. Right now in Lansing, I'm live. Rick Albin, 24-hour News 8.